live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Thanks for making us part of your day. All episodes now available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. She's Yonkers' own Lauren Benvenga, digital creator, bartender, server at the Cheesecake Factory. Now the city of Yonkers, parking violations, joining us on the program. How are you, Lauren? Thanks so much for being here today.
Hi, Kemford. How are you? I'm good.
Good. You know what's funny? I can't believe the last time we spoke. It's got to be over a decade, right?
Definitely, yeah. I think it's way over a decade, actually.
It's
It's
been too long.
probably 2009, right?
Jeez, where did the time go? It's almost like 20 years already.
I don't know. Not on me, baby. Not on me. That's for sure.
Hey, born and raised in the city of Yonkers, right? What was that like growing up for you? Yonkers, tough upbringing, not so tough upbringing. What was that like for you growing up in Yonkers?
It was good. I love Yonkers. I had braces, glasses, and a mustache, though, so I used to get picked on a lot. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
sure.
everybody picked on me, but then when I got to high school, I used to pick on everybody else. So
How was
Yonkers is
Yonkers
great, though.
changed?
It's a great place to grow.
For sure. How has it changed from like way back when to like now? How is it now? How has it changed?
Honestly, it really hasn't changed at all. I feel like it's exactly the same. Maybe people are a little more tough in Yonkers now. Like we're more like the
Yeah.
Bronx now, I feel like. I don't want to say that, but yeah.
Right.
It's I love Yonkers. I wouldn't move. Every time I think about moving, I don't. I'm like I can't live out of Yonkers. Everything is easily
Yeah.
accessible and everybody's great or not great, which I also like. Either everybody's
Yeah.
moody or, an asshole, which I also enjoy. So,
Yeah.
it's fine.
What comes to you when you hear the word Yonkers? Is it like tough, gritty? Is like Westchester versus Yonkers kind of thing? What comes to mind when you hear the word Yonkers?
Food. Food. Good food, Kenford. Good food.
Really?
Yes. You want
Wow.
Italian, you got it. You want Spanish, you got it. You want Indian, you got it. You want something
Yeah.
weird, you got it. You want like a sandwich shop, an ice cream shop, it's there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to move
Yeah.
up to like move upstate and like, get as they say in Goodfellas, spaghetti and ketchup, noodles and ketchup. You know what I mean? Like I love the
Yeah.
food in Yonkers, I have to say. But it is, yeah, it's tough, but whatever, you get pushed around a little bit, you grow up and you're equally as
Yeah.
mean as everybody else.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, it's
I
so
love
funny
Yonkers.
because it's got like a lot of hills, right? Besides San Francisco, there's Yonkers, place with tons of
Yes,
hills. Is
that's
it
why
kind
I
of
couldn't get
scary
to
out there?
work today, Kemford. That's why I couldn't get to work today. The hills. The hills were crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Give me some slang words like you hear in Yonkers, like Park Hill, the hill, right? School
I don't
Street,
see,
Guap.
but everybody has a place in Yonkers that they come from. So I wasn't a Park
Yeah,
Hill kid. I wasn't a Homefield kid. I wasn't like a Central kid. I was like a
yeah,
loser, like Cross County kid. Is what we used to hang out in Cross County behind a movie theater and like throw
yeah.
each other into the dumpster. That's exactly what we used to do. It was just, but we used to fight. We used to like drink. We used to party, whatever. But it's just everybody grows up in a different neighborhood, and then eventually you all go to the bar when you're older and be like, "Oh, I know you from Facebook,"
Yeah,
and everybody just
yeah,
kind of runs together.
right.
It's like a cesspool of people. You get the good ones, you get the bad ones, but I love
For
Yonkers. It's a
sure.
very good mix of people.
Very good mix of people. How about
Yes.
these slang words, right? Like School Street, Guap, dead ass, just to name a few. When
Dead
have you
ass is a
used
good one.
these?
I still use dead ass till this day. Dead
I was gonna
ass.
ask you, when was the last time you used those kind of slang words? All the time,
I use
right?
dead ass every day. Not every day, but I'd say 5 times out of the week, I'm like dead ass. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah,
on
yeah,
God. Yeah, that means what I'm saying. Absolutely.
yeah.
Now people are like Bible, Bible. I'm like, okay, I don't like that one. I don't like the Bible one.
When
I'm a
was the
good
last time you
Christian.
used when was the last time you used the word brick? Because you say brick in the
Brick,
Midwest.
brick was when I was growing up. We don't use it as much, but if it's very, 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 very cold, you throw brick
Yeah.
out there. It's brick
Okay.
out for real. Yeah,
Yeah, for
I know
sure.
you guys in Nyack don't really have the brick say.
Hey, how sad were you to see the Galleria Mall go?
Oh,
I mean,
that
that was your thing
sucked.
back in the day, right?
We used to take the 20 bus up there and just we had no money and we'd be like just going in stores and they knew we had no money, so they would always
Yeah,
kick us out and stuff. But oh,
right.
I loved the Galleria. What a dirty, dirty, great place to grow up. Walking by Yankee
Yeah.
Candle, couldn't afford a $38 candle, and they knew it. I
Yeah.
loved it. I love the Galleria. It's sad, but most things have went around here. It's sad. Small, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? We'll find a new
Was it like you
kids
and
will
your
find
crew?
a new place to hook up with somebody in the back of a movie theater.
For sure, for sure. Who'd you go out there with at the Galleria Mall? Are you a bunch of crew members, like school peoples you went out there with? Who'd you go out there with?
Oh yeah, a bunch of friends. We literally, my friend Brandy, who she has kids now and everything, but my friend Brandy, we used to get on the 20 bus, ride it all the way up, stop at the
Right.
Galleria, not
Yeah.
afford food, maybe got food from like people that like were throwing it out or something. That's how like ridiculous we were back then, and like just hang
Wow.
out and try to like, I don't know, get attention from boys or something. I don't even know why we were up there. It was ridiculous. Then my mom would come and be like, "What the fuck are you doing to my planes?" and pick me up and go home. That was the end of that.
Yeah, for sure. What kind of stores you missed at the mall back in the day besides Yankee
PacSun,
Candle?
PacSun.
Oh, PacSun. Yeah,
Remember
PacSun was
PacSun?
good. Yeah, PacSun. Yeah. Man, oh
I
man.
was a skater boy. I said, "See you later, boy." I was like, okay. I
There you
thought
go.
I couldn't go on a skateboard, but I felt like I was a skater through PacSun, and now it's
Yeah.
gone. Sam Goody,
Oh
that
yeah,
was a good
Sam
one
Goody.
too.
That's a good one. Yeah, Sam Goody was a good one.
Hot Topic. When I
Yeah,
when I was
Hot
going through
Topic.
my emo phase, when I thought I was really dark and depressed. Now I'm
Yeah.
36 and I'm way depressed, and I don't need a T-shirt to tell me. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to go. I don't have to go to Hot Topic to know I'm depressed.
Man, oh man. Where do you shop at these days? Where do you go?
Online. Okay, I don't want to go in a store, get sweaty, and be next to people. I order
Yeah,
online. It comes to me. Okay, I'm a
yeah.
size medium, not a large. Okay, and Amazon and Shein. Okay, Shein. My I don't care what people say about it. I don't give a fuck. Shein all the
Yeah,
way.
there you
Six
go.
dollar shirts. You ruin it. You
Yeah,
outgrow it. You fuck it up in the dryer. Gives a shit.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
There you go.
I
There you
love
go.
Shein. Shein all the way.
Sheet all the way. When was the
Shein all the way.
last? When was the first time you had your alcoholic beverage back in the day? What was it? The
Oh,
first drink you had?
McKenford, my God, it was probably like
Yeah.
12, honestly. Um,
Jeez.
I think it was like a Colt 45 or something like that. It was something ridiculous that you would never drink. Like I
Yeah.
thought I was like, and we used to do Edward 40 hands. You would duct tape the 40 to your hands, and you had to
Right.
drink the whole thing before you could get it off your hands, which was dangerous. Because if you fell down, you
Yeah.
had nothing to stop you. So it was, yeah,
Jesus.
people would get hurt, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So
Your mom ever caught you drinking, slipping? Ever?
my
Ever?
mom caught me behind my high school. I had Bacardi Limon in a Snapple bottle, and I threw my Snapple into somebody's yard. And she goes, "Why would you throw a Snapple?" And I was like, "I just didn't want it." And she was like, "So
Yeah.
you threw it?" And I was like, "I didn't want it." And
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like, "It had alcohol in it," and it did. Yeah, and I never
Yeah.
drank Bacardi Limon again after that.
That was
It
it.
was
It was
like it was like
retired.
bad
Done.
juju to me.
You
So
got a drunk story for us today? Any drunken stories you can remember from back in the day?
not that I remember, but 21, I was out
Yeah.
with Denise Toronto, actually,
Okay.
and shout out to Denise. And we were drinking in White Plains, and they put me in a cab, and I got out of the cab when I was living in West Harrison, and I knocked my front
Right.
tooth out on 4th of July, and I had to get a $6,000 implant. My mom never let me forget it, ever,
Are you serious?
ever. Yeah, this is.
Wow.
I named him Wayne after Little Wayne. I did.
That is
He's always.
hilarious. How painful was that? Were you in tears? Were you shocked? Did you cry?
I
How
went to
crazy was
sleep
that?
and I woke up and my friend Deandra was like, "Can I borrow it? You have no front tooth." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "You don't have a tooth." And I was like, "Oh my God." And then yeah, after that, I was like, it wasn't painful at all. I don't know why it wasn't that painful. I think the emotional turmoil outweighed the the
The
physical
adrenaline and
pain of that
everything else?
tooth.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And yeah.
Remember your first joint you
You
ever
know,
rolled? When was the first joint you ever
yes.
rolled? You remember that? Yeah,
Not my first joint I ever rolled, but my first joint I ever smoked. My dad, we were going to Rockaway Beach, and
yeah.
it was my dad, me, and my stepmom. I was sitting on a crate. Remember when they used to put the crates in the truck?
The
Nobody cared
crates
about
down?
seatbelts
Yeah,
or anything. You could
right.
fly
Yeah.
through the windshield. Nobody gave a fuck about you. You know what I
No.
mean? It was I was sitting on the crate, and
Yeah.
my dad and my stepmom were passing a joint back and forth. 1 Minute Man by Missy Elliott was on the radio. right? I'll
Oh,
never
yeah, I
forget
remember
that.
that song. Awesome song.
That was a good song.
Yeah, yeah,
And they were passing it back and forth, and my stepmom was like, "Just give her the joint already." And my dad was like, "But Gina's gonna pick her up later." And they gave me the
yeah.
joint, and I was so high at Rockaway Beach. My dad was going like this to get me not high anymore. That was my first. I had to be like 14.
Oh my
Oops,
goodness,
sorry.
man.
But yes, yeah, that was
Do you
my
still
first
smoke
one.
now to this day, or you're done? That's over.
That's-
Those days are over with.
No, Kenford. Absolutely. Yes. I think it should be in the water,
Man,
Kenford. The water. Do you smoke, Kenford?
jeez.
No, you're such a
No,
good boy, right?
yeah, I've tried it once, and that was never a thing for me, and I just kind of hated it, and was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
this is
always
not for
have like
me.
the straight tie and the socks done right. You're not gonna smoke
Yeah,
weed, Kenford.
yeah, never.
No.
No, not my thing. God bless you guys that do it and love it, but I just it's not never my thing. Never got into
I've
it.
cut down big time. I've cut down big time. So like now I smoke,
Okay,
I get giggly, but
yeah,
I do. I love marijuana. It's the best. It's the best. I have a mug that's actually a mug with a
yeah.
pipe on it, so you can smoke and drink your coffee at the same time.
No way.
So it's a good.
How
It's good for
awesome
the
is that?
morning. Yeah. Yes.
Back
Richie's
at
with it right
back at
now.
There you go. There you go. Shout out to Richie,
Yeah.
by the way, who's listening.
Yeah,
Back in
Richie.
the day,
Woo-hoo.
any fights in Yonkers? Who started it? Did you win? Did you lose? Any fights back in the day?
I was in a staircase once. I bought a Snickers candy bar. And
Right.
this girl, remember when the belts with the names were very popular? Did you have that,
Right,
Nyack?
back in the day. Yeah, back in the day.
Right?
Yeah,
So it'd
back.
say like Lauren, and this one said Danielle. She was a big girl, okay? Big like
Yeah. Okay.
round, not like big like
Right.
tall, okay? And she was like, "Can I
Right.
have a bite of your Snickers?" And I was like, "No, because like you're a stranger and you have germs, and like why are we gonna share a Snickers bar?" She was like, "I'll
Right.
get you after school, bitch." And I was like, "Really, over a Snickers?" And she did. She came. She tried to fight me after school. I was like, "Okay." I was going at her. Thank God, my friend Candace like blocked. She would ate me for breakfast.
Oh,
She
she would have
all
kicked
over
your
a
ass, huh?
Snickers bar. Yeah, and I still won't give
Man.
up my Snickers, Danielle. I still won't give up my Stickers. Absolutely
Hey,
not.
hungry, why wait, huh? Grab a Snicker.
Uh,
How about that?
she wasn't waiting. I'll tell you that. She got me in that staircase close up. She with I'll never forget the name on the belt. I was like, Danielle, huh? That's her name. And she's like talking to me, and I could only focus on this fucking belt, thinking that I
Yeah.
wanted one. You know what I mean? That said
Right.
Lauren,
Yeah.
but she wanted my
Yeah.
Snickers. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna
Wow. Yeah.
do?
That's
But yeah, that
funny.
was probably
That
my first fight. I don't fight
wow.
a lot. I'm a lover. I'm a lover.
You're a
I
lover.
don't
There you
fight a lot,
go.
but
There you go.
I will go. I will
Right.
go. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't.
You're not a fighter, right?
No, I'm not a fighter.
You worked all your life, right? Your first job.
Yeah.
What was your first job? You still have the paycheck. How much was that paycheck?
My first job was dressing up as the Pink Ranger at Kids Aerobics and doing birthday parties for little kids at Cross County. And I think my first paycheck was like $125. And I can't
Wow.
remember like what I don't know if that was like 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 days. I don't even remember what that was for. But
Right.
yeah, I used to dress up as a ranger and then put them in the container, like try to grab money and shit like that.
Right.
And it was just, oh my God, there was Kool-Aid everywhere. It was ridiculous. It was we used to suck the
Wow.
helium out of the balloon tank.
Right.
It was not good. And we used to
Go
smoke weed in the
crazy.
back. So yeah.
That's
I was like
amazing.
14, 15, I think. And
But
all my
back then,
friends
that
were
was a lot. That was a lot of money back then. How cool was that back in the day, right? That was a lot of money.
God forbid I saved that money, Kemford, right? Instead of spend
Yeah.
I used to take a $20 bill, 5 was for weed, 5 was for gas who was driving me around, and 10 was miscellaneous, which meant either beer or we were going to the movies or something like that. Well, it's like
Right. Right.
ridiculous. Yeah. So
Wow.
that's what I did with my
Jeez.
money. Smart. Do
There
that,
you
kids.
go.
Invest.
Hey,
Stupid.
Yonkers, right? City of Hills, a lot of famous people out of there, musicians, DMX, Mary J, The Locks. Why are they so special in the community to you? What do they mean to you overall, coming from Yonkers?
They're all great artists. DMX, I got to serve a lot of times at one bar that I worked at in Hastings, and he would always hit on my mom. And I was like, "Mom, please don't leave with DMX. Like, I don't know how I'm going to explain this to anybody. Please, like." And she'd be like,
Yeah.
"Lauren, just stop." And DMX would be like, "Yo, mom she's looking good." I'm like, "Oh God, like, how do I get my mother away from DMX? You know what I mean?" But no, honestly, I have to say one thing that resonates with me with DMX and Mary J and stuff like that is that they all came over addiction. You know what I mean? Well, DMX did, they all had addictions, and when they passed, I feel like people shit talk them and stuff. And they're
Yeah.
people that really stood out and did a lot of things, and I don't want them to be remembered for just losing their lives to addiction and stuff like that. They really stood out for the community. They always gave back to the community, and they were talented and everything like that. So I don't
Yeah.
like that people just remember them for one thing. You know what I mean? It's like Whitney Houston. You're
Right.
gonna remember her for one thing. You know what I mean? She was
Right.
amazing.
Yeah. She was
But
amazing.
yeah, well,
Sure.
I'm very glad that those people come from Yonkers, especially DMX, because we used to.
There you
Oh
go.
my God, please. We went to the
Yeah.
D Block car wash one day, the opening of the D Block car wash. I'll never. Oh my God! And I had no business being there, Kenford. No
Yeah.
business being
No
there. Do you
business.
understand?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah. And then Styles P comes up, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, I have my ass tattooed because I have a tattoo on my ass or whatever. So he's like, why don't you get your other ass cheek tattooed in the studio? I'm like, no, thank you, because I'm like scared. I'm like, please, no
Yeah. Yeah.
business being at the D Block car wash. It's still open, honestly, on Never Hit, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Shouldn't have been there.
Wow. What a time. What
You
a
want to talk
time.
about a
What's
fight? I
your
almost got into several there. That's for sure.
what's your famous DMX song? What famous DMX song that comes to mind that gets you amped, gets you ready to go, walk through a brick wall?
Mhm. Oh my God. I can't, Kemford, you put me on the spot now because I can't think of one. You know that
There's
just
so
comes on
many,
your
right?
on your Pandora and you start getting hyped. You don't even know the names of
Yeah.
them anymore.
Listen, I was
Probably
telling
X
you off
gonna
here,
give it
I
to
was
you.
listening. There you go. I was listening to some DMX on the way here. My car driving today from the barbershop, getting hyped up because it's Yonkers trying to represent. I was just like so fired up. DMX, the
You think
locks.
Yonkers is way cooler than it actually is, Kenford. You
Yeah,
gotta get
I'm
out of Nyack, Kev. You gotta get out of that car wash, Kenford, and come to
yeah.
Yonkers for a second.
There you
It's not
go.
as crazy as you think it is.
Hey, I'll trade. You come to my car wash, I'll go to your car wash. How about that? Let's
I
even
will I will
trade.
100% come to your car. You said it's
Perfect.
hand
Hand car
car
wash.
wash?
Yeah. Wax on,
What did
wax
I say to
off.
you before the show? If I had a car wash, I would go through it at the end of the day,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
Like all the lights, the colors, the brushes. I have
Right.
ADHD. I want to go through a car wash at night, settle myself down, smoke a joint, go through the car wash. Do you go
There
through
you
your own
go.
car wash, Kenford? Can I ask you a question? Do you go
I've
through your own
never done that. Yeah, I've never done that. I probably could run through it. The guys might look at me all crazy and weird, but I'll give it a
You
shot.
own
Maybe
it.
it's
Who gives a
summertime.
fuck?
Yeah, I own
Tell
it.
them
That's
to
true.
pay them to mind their own business, Kenford. How about that? Get out of here. Kidding me? If I own the car
I'll
wash,
take
I'm
you up
going
on
through
that.
whatever I
Yeah.
want to go through. I'm gonna snip all the pine fucking trees and everything. Do what you want to do. It's your car wash.
There
Don't
you
let them tell you
go.
what to
There
do,
you go.
Kenford.
There you go. I'll take that. I'll take that
That's
up.
the
I'll take that
Yonkers
up.
in me. Do whatever you want to do,
Th-
Kenford.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary J. Blige, big fan of hers. I was talking about singing off here. Any Mary J. Blige songs you love, you sing in the bathroom? Any verses for us today?
I can't. No, I can't sing today, Kenford. Don't put me on the spot, please. You hear my voice? I sound like a smoker, a 30-year-old smoke, a 30-year smoker. No, but what's? Oh my God, what is that song Oh, geez, my boss put it on one night, and I went absolutely apeshit. I can't remember
Yeah.
the name of the song. That
I
one
can
party
love
song she
you
had.
better than she can. I don't know.
No, that's like
That little Kim.
that's a chill one,
Yeah, it's a chill one.
Kenford. That's a
Yeah.
chill one.
Yeah, it's a chill one. Yeah.
Um, let's get it crunk.
There you go. There you
That
go.
one. I can't think of what it is though. You put me on the
Okay.
spot, Kenford. I'm gonna
All
get you
right.
for this. That's for
When
sure.
was the last time
You
you
didn't have me
actually sang in
prepared
the
for this.
shower?
Oh, I always sing in the shower. I have a
Yeah.
Bluetooth speaker in my shower, so I put on. I actually, you know what? I was fighting the last time I sang in my shower, Kenford.
Yeah.
I was fighting with Richie, and I put on the
Yeah.
Taylor Swift album, right? Because it's like all about like breaking up and shit. And I was
Yeah.
singing it, and this man did not notice I was singing. I was singing it all, right? I'm like, oh, he must hear me and the words, and he's gonna feel bad about stuff. I came out of the shower. He was like, "Did you have a nice shower?" I was like, "Did you hear me singing in there?" He's like, "No, why? You had the radio on?" I'm like, "Motherfuck!" That didn't go anywhere. It landed on no one. It landed on no one.
Yeah.
And I went to work and I told somebody that, and they were like, "He doesn't even realize you were singing in the shower." I said, "Yeah, you're right. He
Yeah.
doesn't."
That's hilarious. That's
Like,
hilarious.
I still love singing. I just don't do it as much. I do the national anthem for like the vets and stuff, like on Veterans
Okay.
Day, but I just don't. I can't, Comfort. I get so
Yeah.
nervous. I'm such a nervous Nelly now that I can't do
Wow.
anything. I'm a shell of the old Lauren Terrell.
Taylor Swift. I would never imagine you love Taylor Swift. Are you a Swiftie, by the way?
No, I'm not. I was just gonna say I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not a
Okay.
Swiftie. I
Okay.
like her, and she's very talented. She has some good music. That last album had me in my feels, but I'm
Okay.
not a Swiftie. No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I yeah, I don't get wrapped up like that in people anymore. You remember I used to like love Lady Gaga. Me and Jackie used to
Yeah,
go to Lady
yeah, yeah,
Gaga
yeah.
concerts all the time.
For
She's
sure.
great. She's
Yeah.
very talented. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
glad I got to see
awesome.
her before she
Okay.
was like big, at Radio
Yeah,
City. She
yeah.
was great. Yeah.
Another famous artist from around your way, right?
Yeah. But Lady Gaga
Yeah.
says she's not from Yonkers. She declines it. She
Oh,
says
she
so.
declines. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just
When
stick
they're
with
when
Mary
she's
J,
asked
the
about it.
Locks, and DMX. We'll just stick with
Well,
those three, right?
the locks are. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. That's yeah. Ever see yourself living somewhere else besides New York, Yonkers? Ever moving to Florida, retirement, California,
Yes. Yeah.
Texas, anytime soon? When is this gonna happen?
I would like to move to Florida. Honestly, I would. I know it's hot and
Okay.
I'm like premenstrual and I sweat all the time, but I
Yeah.
honestly like I would go to Florida. On Richie's pension and then
Yeah.
probably my second husband's pension. When
Yeah.
I could get down there for sure. But
Yeah.
Florida, I always wanted to move to California, but now it's falling into the ocean, so I'm not going to go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and that's it. Maybe like North Carolina, because I could get a
North
big house for
Carolina.
cheap.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And that
Yeah.
what song comes to mind, Kenford? If you are a young black man, what song comes to mind
Yeah.
when I say North Carolina?
North
Come
Carolina.
on and
Put
raise
your
up,
hands
stick your shirt off,
up. Come
twist it
on.
around
Yeah,
your
there
head,
you
feel
go.
like a
Yeah, yeah.
helicopter. Okay, good. All right, I want to see if you're black or not, Kenford. I want to
I
see.
got
Okay.
some swag. I've got some
All right.
swag, Terrell.
I
I've
was
got some
testing you.
swag.
I was testing you. I was nervous. I was like, oh boy, he might not know. Good for you.
That's hilarious. She's Lauren Benvenga, digital creative, former server at the Cheesecake Factory, now the City of White Plains, parking violations, joining us today on the show, Mic'd Up Moments. Your time at CCF, what a time that was. Who hired you in White Plains? How did that even come about?
Maribel hired me. Maribel hired me.
Wow,
The toughest
shout
of
out
the
to
tough. Yeah.
Maribel, the OG,
Maribel
the
hired
OG.
me, and I was
Yeah.
on my last day of training, and my contact fell out. Right, one of my eye
Wow.
contacts fell out, and I couldn't
Yeah.
see where I was putting the plates because I had no like depth perception.
Yeah.
And I went to go
Perception.
put the plates down, and I missed it and broke all these plates. I was like, "Oh, now I'm not going to be hired, right?" And Maribel was like,
Right.
"No, you're fine. You could go." And that was the start of my career at Cheesecake Factory.
Speaking
And
of
then
a
I got
thing
like
with
8 boyfriends from there.
oh my goodness. Speaking of a thing, I hope Maribel sees this clip. Speaking of a thing, jokingly, right? Breaking a plate. Like Maribel broke all these plates. I've never seen Maribel break a plate before, right? Have you seen Maribel broke a plate before
I
or tossed a
I
plate before?
never seen Matt. Oh, Maribel used to throw the plates across the wall and stuff. I never seen it like that. I never dealt with it. She was always very nice to me. Always very nice, but a strong woman. I'll say that. But always very
For
nice.
sure. For
Yes.
sure. For sure. Shout
She
out to
was great.
Maribel, wherever you are, Maribel. You see this clip.
Yes.
We love you. We
She's a
appreciate
leader
you and
for
all
sure.
you've done for us. A leader for sure in the industry. And one day you'll come on the show and we'll ask you about that
Absolutely.
question.
Yes.
For sure. Still got cheese mirrors.
You got to get
to
her on
this
the show,
day.
Kenford.
I have to get on the show, Terrell.
Yes.
You got to pull some
Yes.
strings.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well, we'll go to
post
White Plains
cheesecake.
and talk to her.
There you go. Post Cheesecake Factory. Any nightmares, any cheese mirrors, as we call them, to this day?
Yes. That I can't. That I'm at the POS, but the buttons won't press, and I'm just pressing and pressing and pressing, and they won't press. And
Right.
you know what? Everybody trying to the secret shoppers and everything like that. Like they really tortured us. Nowadays they
Yeah.
don't. They wear
It's
black.
tough.
Okay. You know what it was like finding white pants? Do you know where I used to have to
Yeah.
go, Kenford? Like the S&H store for nurses in White Plains. Okay. Like
Yeah.
it was. We went through the ringer. The patio, you're
Yeah.
sweating your balls off. You're dying out there.
Oh my
No water.
goodness.
Don't
Oh,
drink
yeah.
water in front of the guests. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. There you go. How much did you hate the
They-
patio, by the way? You prefer being inside or you
I hate
prefer
the
being on the patio?
I hate the
Okay.
I hate the heat. Okay, I sweat
Yeah.
like a pig. I don't like the
Yeah.
heat, and it was the worst. And when people want to sit on the patio, I automatically can't stand them, and I want their food to be horrible. I want them to get sick.
Yeah.
I do. I can't. I don't patio for what? Who are you trying to prove? I remember Lewis sat on the patio. God rest his soul. Lewis sat on the patio once, and he gave me like $100 tip. I was like, okay, you could sit on the patio. Fine. No
Oh,
problem.
there you go. Speaking of whites, where are your whites, by the way? You throw them out? You still have them somewhere in your closet?
Kenford, I think that I wore my whites so much doing doubles and everything like that I actually
Yeah.
built a hole in my white pants. I remember I still used to wear them. I didn't even give a shit. And
Yeah.
because I used to put you remember how the apron, we put the napkin in the back? So I used to be
Yeah.
like, okay, there's a hole in it. Who gives a crap? I'm never getting white
Yeah.
pants like this again. And they were the
Right.
best. And my butt looked great in them. So I would wear them all the time. I rocked them no matter hole or not. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Wow.
don't
That's
have the shirts
amazing.
anymore or anything. I wish I did, but yeah,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Who was some of your favorite managers back then? Besides
Andre.
Maribel?
10 times
Andre.
more. No, Andre. Yes,
Okay.
he's the best.
Andre's
I
shoe.
love
Andre's
Andre
shoe is
too. And
fantastic.
for an Asian guy, he was cool. I loved Andre's shoe. He used to love
Andre's shoe.
who did he used to follow and take one? He used to follow Grateful Dead or Fish. He loved Fish.
Big
That's who
Fish
he
fan.
loved.
Big Fish fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre loved Fish
Big
fan. He's a
Fish
big
fan.
Fish fan.
Oh yeah,
He's gone
Andre.
to
I
over 100
loved Andre.
shows. Yeah, Andre's fantastic. Great
Yeah.
guy. One of my best friends. I can call him my best
Andre,
friend.
Larry. Yeah,
Larry D. Shout
a
out to
lot of
Larry
them.
D. Yeah.
Larry D, I liked. He was always
Yeah.
cool. But Andre,
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Andre with my deepest, darkest secrets. Like,
Wow.
that was my man. Yeah, he was the best.
Wow. Wow.
And he always believed in me.
Awesome.
He made me a bartender. I became a bartender from Cheesecake Factory.
In Ridge Hill, you bartend in Ridge Hill.
No, in Nyack. In Nyack.
In
I was a
Nyack.
bartender.
Okay. You bartend in Nyack. Okay.
With
Okay.
Dasha and Laura. Yeah.
Shout out to Dasha, one of my
It was
peeps.
like-
Laura. Shout out
like,
to Laura McGuinn, my peeps. Yeah.
Dasha. Yes, Laura. She has twins now.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was like bartending for the Nazis. They would come up and they would be like, "You have to make a strawberry martini right now while making 3 milkshakes at once. Get a mini
Yeah.
ginger ale." Like, what the fuck was that about, too? And it was just, it was military school for bartenders. So that really sent me on my way. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Until
Yeah,
but then I
for
broke my
sure.
ankle trying to get a bottle.
How
of
much you
Hennessy.
hate beating in the well? You like
Oh, I love the well. I always loved the well.
in Nyack?
Yes, I love the well because I didn't have to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear about your day or how how you just had a grandkid. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear that. I'm in the well. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Right.
I don't want to hear any of
There
that.
you go.
Sorry, Kenford. Do you like
Wow.
kids, don't you? You look like you like kids,
Yeah.
right?
I do like. I don't have any of my own, but I like kids somewhat.
Yeah, you like
Somewhat.
Kenford.
I
You
kind of
like-
drown them out with the noise. When they get a little noisy, I kind of drown them out with the noise. Yeah, I crank up that volume at Yonkers and White Plains all the time. Why is the music so loud? It's Kenford. I drown them out, man. When they start screaming, I'm like,
Oh, I just have I have nothing in common with them. I'm like, oh boy, they come up to me and they like try to hug me or something, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. I
Yeah.
pat them on the head, What do I do?
Give me a funny story about being in the well with you, Dasha, and Laura. I hope they see this clip.
Oh my
I'm
god, I
definitely
can't
gonna
even
tag them in this clip.
remember. Well, I can't even
Yeah.
remember a well story because you're going so fast. All I know is I'd keep an Adderall next to me at all times in the well because I was like, okay. They'd be like, we're it's 8:00. We're first push, and I'd be like, all right. Whoop, 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 whoop. I had to get through it. I didn't know what to do. I had to move as fast as I possibly could doing a hairbrush.
Yeah.
Sorry, Comfort, my
Jeez.
makeup people.
You ever broke a nail? You broke a nail before
No.
back in that
Yeah.
well?
Oh my God, yes. Or
Okay.
they would have remember that milkshake with the banana and chocolate? Do you guys still have
Oh
that?
yeah. Remember?
The,
Yeah, we
like
don't
the
have that anymore.
gorilla
Remember that?
something or banana,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it
The
was.
flying gorilla. Yeah, flying gorilla.
What a stupid ass drink, okay? And let me tell you something. Every time somebody ordered a flying gorilla, I wanted to
Yeah.
go find the table, go over,
Yeah.
directly punch him in the face, go back and make the flying gorilla.
There you go. Here you go.
I hated that drink, and I used to have to ask for bananas. Nobody made them.
Yeah.
I would like to
Pain in the
pipe
ass.
the blue cheese olives. That was one of my favorites.
Okay, that was your favorites. Okay, there you go.
But yeah,
Man, I
nothing,
can't
you don't remember anything about the well. It's all a blur.
It's all a blur.
It's
Yeah.
all a blur.
Breaking your ankle. How long were you out of work for back then?
Not long because everybody made me still work, so I was hopping around. I
Jesus.
went on top. I went on top of Dasha to get
Yeah.
a bottle of Hennessy, and I went to come down, and I landed on her kind of, and I twisted.
Okay.
I fractured my ankle, and I
Right.
did all my jobs still, all my side job, like my bars on the side and Cheesecake Factory. I was still in. Nobody had any remorse for me back then.
That's crazy. Looking
Yeah.
back then to now, we were so tough back then. I asked Joe Conchi this question, right?
I know you
We
did. I
worked
watched
doubles.
it. I always had a crush on
We-
him. Hi, Joe Conchi. Hey, how you doing? I know we were tough back then, right, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, we like kicked ass, right? We worked like so hard, doubles, whatever, went out, partied, did another double the
Oh,
next day.
forget it.
Us back then versus kids back to this day. What made us so tough versus kids back to this day? We were we tougher
Oh,
back then or
I don't know
versus
who's
now?
watching
A little
this.
vanilla?
I
Yeah,
don't know who's watching this, Kemford, but all I want to say, the kids today, they're pussies. You know what I mean? Because I used to do a double Friday, a double Saturday, and a double
yeah.
Sunday. That way I could be off all during the week.
There you
That's how
go.
I would plan
Yeah,
it. I'd switch with
yeah,
everybody. We used to work for each other, have each other's backs. Now nobody wants to do any of that. Nobody wants a
yeah,
double. They could never ever. Our kitchen managers used to curse at us so bad. You go in the back
yeah,
crying, but you had to get back to the floor. Now if you did
yeah.
that, they forget. Oh my
It's a
God,
different culture
please.
right
We
now.
worked. Yeah, and the hangovers, the way we went out, be at
Yeah.
where we go, 33 Westerly or wherever, and then we'd be right back
They-
right back in the kitchen.
You know what's so
I
funny?
have some
Kids these
pictures
days
from that.
now, they come up and ask me, "Hey, my out time says this. I gotta go." I'm like,
An
that
out
doesn't mean
time.
anything.
An out
That's a
time.
suggested time. Like you gotta
That's a
work, dude.
guidance. That's a guidance.
Yeah.
And we used to
And
say
I'm just
4:30 to 10:30. Yeah, your mother.
yeah,
You weren't getting out of
yeah.
10:30. That's for fucking sure. No way. No way. Cut. You used to have to
Man,
beg somebody to get cut.
man.
In
It's
one
just a different
place.
time. It's just a different time. It's just all
It
different.
was. It was.
What kind of peeps you hang out with? Used to hang out with back in the day, and are you still close to them now? You ever hang out with them? You give them a phone call, a text message, a FaceTime?
Honestly, the one person that I'm still or that I've hung out recently with, or the most recent, would be
Right.
Leslie and Lou. Leslie was in my wedding
Okay.
party, and they're just great humans all around. They always have fun no matter what they're doing. They're just genuinely good people.
Yeah.
Jackie, R.I.P. She was one of my best friends. We lost her.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then Kelsey, I haven't seen in a long time. Me and Kelsey and Jackie used to get the three award. Remember the LeBron
Yeah.
award?
The
Yeah,
LeBron Award.
we were
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
together. Yeah,
It's so
but no, I
funny.
don't really. Yeah.
That was my next question. You, Jackie Fitz, Tara Minerva, right? Shout out to
Tara
her.
Minerva.
And,
Yeah.
and Kelsey. You guys are like, and even Alicia, Muffin, right? Like you guys all hung out. That was the
Yeah.
thing. I mean, how cool was that group? You still close to them, right? To this day,
Oh,
right? I mean,
yeah, honestly, I feel like if I ever needed anything, like Denise Primorano, Alicia, those are people that I feel like would be there like in a second. Like even though we don't talk a lot, I used to have my most crazy times with those people.
yeah.
I think Denise may or may not have pulled my pants up on my 21st birthday, and if not more,
Yeah.
because I rented like a van and I couldn't get in it and I couldn't get out of the bathroom. I know that it was like flashes of bathroom and Denise.
Yeah.
I
Right.
what she did that night, I'm not going to say, but she took care of me. She did everything I needed to that night. My
Yeah.
21st birthday, they were all there. They were awesome. They were great people.
Yeah.
I loved Riley Bishop, who's
Yeah.
married now
Riley.
with
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, I mean, we all went through a lot of stuff together, like really big stuff, moving in and who lived together and everything like that. We're roommates and stuff. So it was a great time. I really miss that time in my life. That's how I grew up, for real.
Yeah,
So
Riley. I remember working with her a little bit in young, just in White Plains, just to like support. And she was an expo. She was food running. She is a monster. I've never seen anybody like her.
another tough bitch.
That girl can go. She can go.
Cheesecake Factory was full of tough bitches. That's for sure. We used to go to Yankee
Yeah,
games again to fight to Yankee games. It was just remember when
yeah.
they used to take us to Yankee games?
I remember that. Yeah,
Like
the
Cheesecake
the
Factory
teaching
would be like,
outings. Yeah,
if you were a star server or a trainer, you'd go to a
yeah,
Yankee game. They gave us health
yeah,
insurance, like a lot of things that
yeah.
companies don't do now. They were very good to us.
Right,
I love Cheesecake
right,
Factory. I think it was the best.
for sure.
Yeah.
We touched a little bit on Jackie. If Jackie was alive today, what would you tell her?
Jackie, oh man, she was
Yeah,
so much fun. You think I'm outgoing and I shine? Jackie was, oh, she was the best.
yeah,
I wouldn't tell her anything. I'd let her shine, Jackie, if she was alive today, because she really,
yeah,
she just had it. She had it all. She had personality. She had looks. She was just so much fun to be around. And I was one of her
yeah.
last phone calls, and I regret not going to her when she called me that day. Honestly, I didn't know how
Could
bad
she
it was at
still?
the time.
Could she have still been with us today? I mean, what do you miss most about her?
Honestly, just her energy. We'd go to Lady Gaga concert and she'd talk to everybody. She'd get in the aisle and do the dance. She knew all the dances to Lady Gaga
Yeah,
concert.
she
Like,
did. I
Jackie,
remember
sit the
that.
fuck down. Sit the fuck down. You're embarrassing me. She'd be like, shut up, Lauren. I'm just doing what I want that's me telling
Yeah.
her to sit down. So she was
Right.
she was awesome. She was funny. She had a great laugh. Jackie was, even remember the party we had after Jackie's funeral? Even that, like people just came together. She always
Yeah.
just brought people together, and we lost her to something very very serious and something that could have been avoided, but it happens, unfortunately. We lost her to
Yeah.
abuse, but she was awesome. I love her very much. I miss her. I have all
Yeah.
pictures of her too. She's just
Yeah.
awesome. She was great.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Jackie Fitz. I miss her
Yeah.
dearly.
Yes.
What do you miss most about CCF looking back now? You worked in White Plains, you worked in Ridge Hill, you worked in Nyack. What do you miss most about CCF looking back?
Probably the Buffalo Blast on break. You know what I
Still
mean?
on the menu. Still on the menu,
Stop.
man. Still on the menu.
Don't think I don't order them to my house, Kenford. Extra. You know what I miss the most? The blue
Yeah.
cheese. That was the best blue cheese known to mankind. Okay, and I miss just people hooking me up for no reason. I'd be like, "Oh, whose burgers are those?" They'd be like, "Oh, they missed a table. They're old." I'm like, "How old are they?" I miss laughing and just be like, just getting out of work and being like, "Okay, we're gonna get fucked up now," and then the next day be like so zoned in. We're all
Yeah.
about our money, and then like we were all about
Yeah.
partying at the same time. I miss the balance of that. That's what I miss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Everything's so
It-
serious
it-
now. It's like,
everything's very serious now.
yeah, I
It
don't
was
like it.
Ridge Hill, then it was Yonkers, then it was Nyack. What made you transfer to Nyack? How did that come about?
Somebody, I think it was Andre, who said he was going to Nyack and he needed help, and I
Okay.
went with him. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
What was like the
Yonkers.
ma-
I mean, the
Yeah.
kitchen manager was really good looking, so I went to Yonkers for a little bit.
Okay, there you go. What was the major difference
good.
between those three? It was like one that stood out to you. You have a favorite
Well,
location you
White
worked
Plains
at?
is like this, like
Okay.
very like they just have it going on very well. I can't really get the word out. What am I looking for? It's just very,
Hmm.
they're perfect. White Plains.
Okay.
Nyack
Okay.
was fun and perfect at the same time. That's a good store also. And
Okay.
Yonkers is like, woo, nobody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, please,
Yeah.
please. God help
When was
Yonkers.
when was the last time you actually been back to Yonkers just for a drink or just like for
Oh,
dinner
like
or an appetizer?
honestly, like 2 months ago with my friend Alicia, we go.
Okay.
That's like our fat day when we're like, oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
get. If the day after Super Bowl, either we lose or
Yeah.
we win, we go to Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we're a bunch of losers. We'll go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Oh, we're winners. We'll go to Cheesecake Factory. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it there.
That's
I don't
funny.
care. Sometimes I spend $100 on DoorDash for Cheesecake Factory. I gotta be honest. It's tough.
Oh man, that's funny. You like working in Nyack? Any crazy stories from Nyack you can remember? Favorite manager from Nyack besides Andre? Anybody that stood out to you?
Why can't I think of anybody else besides Andre? Oh,
Ed,
Mike
Greg
Blue.
Pappas,
Mike Blue.
Mike
Greg
Blue.
Pappas
Yeah.
is awesome. Greg
Yeah.
Pappas is
Pappas.
awesome.
Shout out
You
to
know what?
Pappas. Yeah.
I forget about Greg Pappas because he was so
Pappas.
cool.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
great. He was so,
Yeah.
he was very down to earth, and he would give us like anything we
Right.
wanted. Be like, can you comp this? He'd be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Alfie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Shout
they were
out to
all cool.
Alfie. Rest in peace, Mike
Shout out
Blue.
to Alfie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike Blue died? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Right?
Mike Blue passed. Yeah. A couple
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
cute too.
Well,
I just that's how I judge them, Kenford, if they're good looking or not. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
They were all kind of strict in their own way too. I was like, asshole when they wouldn't
Yeah.
comp something.
Looking back now, could you ever go back to serving there? Could you ever work at CCF ever again? Could you do it for a shift?
You know what? When I get
How rusty would you be?
when I really get, I don't think I'd be rusty at all. I don't think I'd be rusty
Okay.
at all, except with the
Okay.
cheesecakes because I hate cheesecake, which I'm
Right.
sorry, I don't like cheesecake. I don't get it, but probably with the cheesecakes I'd be a little rusty, but I think I'd jump right back into it. I would be
There
holding
you
the
go.
plates on my arm, those heavy
Yeah.
ass plates that they used to give us,
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
2 tons of plate.
Yeah. Heavy as hell.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, remember when
Sure.
Rosie O'Donnell came in and she was mean to
I
everybody
remember
except
her.
Brad?
Yes. Yeah, Brad. She liked Brad.
Yeah, she was nasty to everybody, and then she was nice only to our gay friend Brad.
Mhm.
And she was
Shout out
like,
to
and he was
Brad.
like, he's like, oh, she's being nice to me. I'm like, I wonder why, Brad.
By the way, Brad
were-
sang.
they
He sang the
were
best
like 2
birthday
feet
song
apart.
ever. Remember his birthday songs? Like fantastic, off the chart. Brad.
DJ, get into it.
Yeah. for sure.
But it depended if I was having a day or not. Because if Brad was going off with that cheesecake with that happy birthday song, I'd be like,
Yeah.
here we fucking go. Or I'm having a good day, I'd be like, yeah, Brad, good for you. It would depend. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it every time. I'm like, Brad, get
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
He'd really draw it out. And then people go, oh my God, or people be uncomfortable.
There you go.
Depended which ones you get.
CCF, you ever look back and
But
say,
yeah.
what a time in my life is CCF?
Yeah, Brad was the best too.
Yeah, Brad was fantastic. You ever look back? What
Absolutely.
a times
Yeah. That was like almost 10 years of my life.
Yeah. Any regrets? I mean, looking back, anything you would have done differently?
No,
Younger Terrell would have done differently.
Any regrets? Any regrets from Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, a few guys can stand. And but besides that, no, I love Cheesecake Factory. It set me up for my bartending career. I've been bartending 20 years now because of Cheesecake Factory. I started. I mean, it made me a worker. It made me get up and do what I had to do. It gave me my first apartment. Gave me my first car. It was the best. I mean, they really treated us. We didn't know how good we had it, I think, and we used to complain all the time and fight, but it really was a good place to work. I always tell everybody that it was a great company and they really took care of us. They were awesome. Yeah.
What came next? Leaving? I mean, CCF. You fought to find yourself, right? Serving, bartending. You're both good at both. Which one do you prefer, by the way, serving or bartending? You have a choice?
Oh, bartending, absolutely. Okay. Bartending, because you can get away from people, kind of, actually, but serving's to me is a little easier. Bartending's a little more intricate. And then I went to Yard House, which was, I said it was like working for the Nazis before Cheesecake Factory. Forget it. Yard House was like, oh my God. Yeah. But it was very strict and everything like that. But those strict rules ended up being things that I needed to bring into my bartending career. And as I started working at pubs, it got a little more lackadaisy, and that's fine. But I always had the work ethic from Cheesecake Factory and those corporate companies in my head. So I would always be on the go and know what I had to do, but I had a little more fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I ended up at pubs and stuff like that, which were so much fun and really gave me everything I have, everything I could pay for. And, I still work in pubs. I love it. I'll never leave. I don't think I'll ever leave.
Yeah.
I love it.
When was your last day? Why did you quit CCF? What happened? We missed you. We love you. There was no goodbyes. There was no like parties or like exit stage left. It was just like, Lauren's not working with us anymore. And I never got a reason as to why you left. Yeah.
I had a boyfriend that I thought was like the man. And he was not at all. Okay. But we were at Blue Moon in Bronx at 30 and 2 o'clock. I was like, I'm good working. I had shift at 40. It was 2 o'clock. I know I could work, like, so don't go. And that was the end of my cheesecake career. Can you believe it? Oh, just that. What a sad story for the end of my cheesecake career. And I called Andre and I was like, I'm not coming in. He was like, if you're not coming in, don't come in again. I was like, okay, fine. And that was the end of it. I feel bad because it was Andre. I really let him down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it. I never looked back. I always missed it. And he always said, if you need a place to come back, you can always come back to us.
Oh, that's cool.
So doors always open. So that was nice. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I was looking for you on IG the other day and I'm trying to find you and it didn't pop up. I'm like, why the hell can I find this girl? And the last name was Cuervo. And I'm like, does she love Jose Cuervo that much? Is that a thing? Why do you love tequila so much?
Everybody thinks that's my last name. I used to drink a lot of tequila, but I drink Jameson neat with a side of ice water. That's my drink.
Okay.
So I used to drink Cuervo neat, but now I'm Jameson neat with a side of ice water. My dog's name is Jameson. Like, I'm very Jameson oriented, but I could outdrink a couple of people. I could not as much as the ice luge at Kenford's house, which was so much fun. They used to put peach schnapps in it too. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why is he putting peach schnapps?
Yeah, that's funny. I was gonna ask you if you like it up, rocks, chill, but that's your go-to. A little bit of Jameson with the water on the side.
Neat. And don't make it cold, and don't make it too high up. And but if I'm going out to eat, I like a dirty martini with blue cheese olives.
Blue cheese olives. Got to have the olives.
Extra dirty. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the olives actually make the drink? Like, you can't have it without the olives?
You know what the olives do? They make your drink, like, you get to a certain point, 1 olive. You get to the next
Okay.
point, 2 olives. By the time you get that third olive, you're feeling so good.
You're
And then
feeling
if
good.
somebody says, "Can I have one of your olives?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Motherfucker, why would I give you an olive? Why would I give you one of my fucking olives?" But they always do it. "You can
Yeah.
eat that olive." I'm like, I'm pacing myself via olive."
Yeah.
And you're ruining everything. But yes, it's usually my husband that asks for the olive.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I give it to him. Don't worry.
She's Yonkers own Lauren Benvenga, digital creative, former server at Cheesecake Factory, joining us in the
Oh God,
program today. Mic'd up
you're hyping
moments,
me up, Kenford.
and you're working for the city of Yonkers, parking violations. Tell us about that. How did that come about? The wait was long. It was worth it. Now you're set. 20 years, you can retire. Give me some funny stories of working for the city of Yonkers.
Hopefully. I don't think I can, Kenford. I don't think I can. I'm still on probation. I'll get in
Okay. All right.
trouble.
All right.
I think I but it's
But
very fun. It's like it's
th-
a lot of fun. Cheesecake Factory with a glass window in front of you.
did it set you up like
So
CCF, what you
it's good.
learned and dealing
It's fun.
with guests and all that stuff set you up for this job? You have a tough skin now, right?
Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yep. And when I interviewed, they were like, "We like that you're a bartender. We like that you deal with people and you have customer service. That's what that will really help. It really helps in this job,
Yeah,
honestly.
for
So
sure.
it fit into this career. Thank
Yeah.
God. Yeah. It's just been a different transition. It's been a hard transition coming from bartending and just having more of your own schedule and having free time, going out when you want, waking up late shifts, even your morning shifts are later,
Yeah.
and then going into a 9 to 5 in office. I think when I first started in the office, I didn't know like any of the office, like tech, what
Technique.
word am I looking
Yeah.
for? Like, yeah, like I
Yeah.
think I cut somebody off in the coffee line. I was like, oh shit, and they didn't like me like right away.
Right.
I was like, why? Is there an order for the coffee or do I just, just gonna
Yeah.
make one? But I
Yeah.
didn't ask anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's hilarious.
but I'm trying to go in slowly. They they'll be like, oh, five. They'll order breakfast, and they'll be like, it's $5 for you, $4 for you. Then they'll be like, Lauren, 17.95. I'm like, oh. They're like, whose cheesy potatoes are these? I'm like, fine, I'll take them. Sorry. I got 2 croissant sandwiches and a cheesy potatoes and 2 coffees. Sorry, guys. They're
Could you
not used to
see
me yet.
could you see yourself working at this day and age right now for the city of Yonkers back in the day compared to now? When was the last time you got a parking ticket?
Always get parking. Oh my God, I always get tickets. That's so bad. I actually got a red light camera ticket when I was working at the St. Yonkers. And I was like, guys, if you see my car, I think I was like having phone sex with my husband actually on the phone, and I went through a red
Oh,
light
jeez.
in the morning. Actually, oh my God, and they're gonna see this, and I'm gonna be like, oh, nobody's good. I don't know.
Was it
Sorry.
dismissed? I hope it was dismissed. I guess, right? You work for the city now, right? There you go.
It was. I paid for it, Comfort. I
Okay.
paid
All
for it.
right. All right.
I took care of it.
You're a big Yankee fan, diehard Yankee fan. Billy's out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh man, what a time, right?
I used to be so much more into sports, Kenford. Remember, I was a big Lakers fan. I used to
Yeah,
go fly to California all the time.
I remember that. I remember that.
Got to see
Um,
Kobe, which was awesome.
Speaking of, before we get into the Yankee thing, today was the 6 years that he actually passed away. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace,
Oh
and
shit,
Gigi. How crazy is that? Yeah,
that's so sad. That was awful. What a thing to
yeah,
lose. What a guy to lose, really.
yeah,
And the way and his kids and everything, his poor wife. That was just,
yeah,
you know me. I was probably crying on the side of some bar somewhere.
yeah.
Kobe was somebody we really had a lot going on for him. Somebody's probably like, shut up. I
Yeah,
probably was doing
yeah,
that at that time. I could see that. I was a
yeah.
big mess.
Terrible tragedy.
But yeah.
Stans and Billy's, right? I mean,
You're a
you
big LeBron fan, right?
big LeBron fan to this
You're
day.
a big LeBron fan.
Yeah, 23
You
years
would
and
be,
counting.
Kenford. You would be.
Yeah.
Oh, I
What about
can't stand him.
you can't stand LeBron? Hey, look, he's not for everybody. It's okay.
I
We
can't
all
stand
got
him.
our own opinions. It's okay. You know. You're a
Oh,
big
him and
Yankee
his
fan.
hairline, Kenford. Him and his hairline.
LeBron's hairline. What made you a big Yankee fan? Your first Yankee game. What do you remember about it? Being a Yankee fan.
My dad was actually a foreman on the new stadium, and he used to
Okay.
get like all this cool stuff from the old stadium and everything. So my dad was always a big Yankee fan, so I just followed suit.
Okay.
But we used to go to Yankee games all the time. like with
Okay.
everybody. It was, oh my
Yeah.
God, so much fun. The most recent one I went to was with my friend Jeva and a couple of people, and we went to Stan's and Billy's and everything like that. Which
Yeah.
honestly, I'm like overstimulated in there. I'm like, oh my God, get me the hell out of here. It's
Crazy.
possibly
Yeah, it
too
gets
many
nuts.
people. But
Yeah.
then after you get drunk, you're fine. But
Yeah, there you go. How much do you hate the Mets? How much do
it's
you hate the
packed in there,
Dodgers?
and it's super expensive.
Well, yeah, compared to back in the day when we
I
used to
don't hate the
go. Yeah.
Dodgers. I hate the Mets.
You hate the Mets. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I don't like the Mets, but the Dodgers are cool. They could stay.
yeah. Yankees no championships in 16 years. Is
I don't
this the
really
year?
look sports. I know. I don't do sports as much as I used to. My husband will not believe what a big
Yeah.
sports fan I was. Kenford, please tell him
Yeah.
if he's watching
I
what a
will.
big sports nut I used to be.
Yes, you were
Please.
crazy.
God. I used to be
Yeah.
good at sports. Now I'm just a big housewife.
Oh, there you go. Things have changed. Things have
No
changed.
sports for me anymore.
Oh
I
man.
know, Kenford. I
Um,
didn't have kids, but I got a whole husband to take care of.
were you like upset about the whole Juan Soto thing, him leaving the Yankees? How upset were you by that? Are you sad to see that?
No, I wasn't paying attention to any of that, Kemper. I wasn't.
No.
Honestly, I gotta say, I was like, how much did they pay him? And I was like, I'd go for that money. So I didn't care. I know everybody was upset about it. I remember bartending and everybody had an opinion on it, but I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
How much?
It was wrong to do, but if you had that money in front of your face, wouldn't you
Yeah.
do it? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's just choosing a little bit of money. Nothing wrong with that.
I hope he comes back one day. He can come back after 4 years now, looking back. So maybe he'll come back. You never know.
You
Old
tell me,
Yankee.
Kim.
I hope so. Old Yankee Stadium, new Yankee Stadium. What do you prefer? Is there a preference?
Honestly, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot when I say this because I said I hated the Mets. I
Yeah.
think that City Field is a way better stadium than the Yankee Stadium.
I like it
Sorry.
for baseball. I love Yankee Stadium overall, but I like it for baseball. City Field better. Yeah.
Did you go to stadium when Eminem and 50 Cent were there?
Was I there? I was not there. I don't believe I was
Were you
there.
there at that
No,
concert? I
no, I
was
wasn't
there.
there. You were there. Wow.
Holy moly. That
Wow.
was something. I mean, people with their tops off, people smoking blunts.
Wow.
It was like I never seen anything like that. You would look around and not think you were at Yankee Stadium. It was something
Wow.
else.
Crazy.
I think that was the only concert there too.
Yeah. There was
Right?
pretty much a couple of maybe after that, but I could believe
I
it,
know
man.
City Field does a
Crazy.
lot of concerts, but
Yeah, City Field has a lot
yeah,
of concerts. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
But Eminem and 50 Cent was something there. Oh my God. I
Yeah.
don't even know what year that was.
Who's your
Long time
favorite
ago.
Yankee, by the way? Who's your favorite Yankee of all time?
You know, who's my favorite Yankee of all time that
Yeah.
I still have the jersey for? My husband's like, you can't wear that jersey. Jason Giambi.
Really? Jason Giambi. Holy
Yeah, and
hell.
I still have his jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was Jason Giambi, but I'm just like, oh my God. But then when I served Andy Pettit and he was
Yeah.
so nice and he was so cute, I was like, okay. And obviously Derek Jeter, because I'm a woman, obviously, first. But yeah, I just kind of go by looks, Kemford, like I say, you know.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
they could have a 2.0 batting average or whatever you guys say, and
Yeah.
I don't care.
Jason Giambi, the Giambino. Wow. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself with that one.
Yeah,
A
there you
lot.
go.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
But I like Chapman also, my little sweaty man. You
Rex
know,
Chapman. Yeah.
I like Chapman as a pitcher, and
Right.
Richie'd be like, he sucks, and I'd be like, no, he doesn't. He's just, he's getting ready. Don't worry about it. He's gonna pitch already. He's gonna be fine.
Are we ever going to see a World Series from the Yankees ever again in our lifetime? Is this the year? 16 years and counting? 16, 17 years?
You're asking the wrong girl, but if I had to use my third eye or something like that, I'd say
Yeah.
probably they'll bring it around. You know,
There you
Judge
go.
will do it. Whatever,
All right.
that'll
There you go.
happen. Hopefully, I would like it to happen for my husband to see it before he
Yeah. There
You
you
know?
go. Yeah.
he's 62 years old for the love of God.
Hey, speaking of
God,
which,
I
Richie,
know you're watching. God forgive me.
I just
Sorry.
met Richie off air. Great guy. Seems like a fantastic guy. You've been married for 4 years now. How has that changed you for the better and your outlook on life as a whole?
I think being married when I first got married, and the first month after I got married, I felt like a cage closed down, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like I'm locked in forever. I can never
Mhm.
do anything again. But then
Right.
um realizing that you have a partner for the rest of your life and somebody that's going to have your back for the rest of your life and a
Right.
best friend.
Yeah.
It really, it's work though. Everybody thinks that marriage fixes a lot of things and people just get married for the hell of it, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of work and you got to put the time and effort into it. And there's good times and bad times, but I love marriage. I love being married. And as long as you marry your best friend and somebody that you really honestly love, I think everybody will do okay. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I saw your post 10/14/22, the best day, happy 3 anniversary to the best hubby. I mean, I love you, Richie B. Here to us. How did you guys meet? How was that like? When did you know he was the one for you?
His friend introduced us. Well, his friend said, I have a guy with a big house and a pension, right? And that's all he
Yeah.
said. And I was like
Uh-huh.
26 and I had my own apartment. I was like, well, I need some help. I could use a sugar daddy. I call him Splenda Daddy because I ended up going out. I met him one day at one of the bars around here and we hit it off and
Okay.
we've been together ever since. We never left each other's side. Like it's been like that
Wow.
forever. And it's 9 years ago now. So
Wow.
been
Could you see
together a long
yourself
time.
could you see yourself with a younger guy or older guys? They know what they want, they're more established. And that's the big
I hate
difference.
guys my age. No way. I want old forever. Give me an old guy over a young guy any day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're just they're more well-rounded. They know, they're just like providers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They know what they
Yeah.
want. And I like being an old school wife. I like cooking. I like taking care of a man. I That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
I know people are like, I'm independent. We're gonna burn our bras. No, I don't, I'm not. That's not me. Sorry, it's not. I
Yeah.
I like I like being an old school woman and cooking and cleaning. I do.
Yeah. Yeah. What was more stressful for you? Getting in the wedding dress, was that a more stressful or the actual marriage? What was that like?
Honestly, I was so fat, Kenford, before I got married, and then I went to the doctor, and he was like, "Oh, you're getting married," and I said, "Yeah," and he said, "Well, I have something new that nobody really tried yet, and it was Ozempic," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and I the first couple of months I didn't lose anything. I was still fat on my bachelorette and stuff like that. But then I started losing weight and I started loving it. And I was like, okay, like I ended up being like my best self, but I went down like 3 sizes in my dress and I remember feeling really good
Wow.
about it. And I felt good on my wedding day. I ended up losing like 72 pounds or something like that off Ozempic. So
Wow.
it changed my life. It made me feel a way that I never got to feel,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was working out at the same time too. But yeah, definitely the wedding dress was more. I knew I wanted to marry Richie. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
worried about that. I was more worried about how I looked, of course, because I'm shallow.
Yeah.
But I planned that whole wedding by myself. I did everything for that wedding, and
Did you
it came
really?
out beautiful. It was perfect. Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, I had notebooks like this, and I was just like, do 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 everything.
Where'd you get married? In Jersey, right? You were married in Jersey,
No,
no?
in Montauk, in Long Island, New York,
Long Island. Wow. Was it a big
the end of
wedding?
Long Island.
Small wedding? How was that?
It was a big wedding, like 200 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
big.
and we had a lot of fun, and everybody traveled to Montauk, which is like 3 hours from Yonkers. And everybody stayed for the weekend. They had a really good time. We got married on like a cliff, um, by a lighthouse and everything, and it was beautiful. It was a perfect day, perfect weather, perfect group of people. I wish I could do it over and over again. Honestly, it was the best day ever. It was
Yeah.
perfect, perfect.
Were you nervous at all the night before? What was that like? Any bugs, any butterflies the day of?
No, the night before, I think we all went out. We were pretty toasty for that, but I no, I didn't have any butterflies. My husband, on the other hand, couldn't eat for like 3 days. I'm like, really? Was that bad marrying me? He was nervous. He was nervous. I was ready for it. I knew that I was marrying my best friend. I had no qualms about it. I was very, very happy. And I knew I was more nervous about the people that I was bringing because I was bringing like the Yonkers people to Montauk, and
Yeah.
Montauk's so quiet and like very nice, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, we're gonna wreak havoc on Montauk. But it went so good. Everybody had a great time. My friends, it was definitely worth it. So
Yeah.
I was
That's
happy.
awesome. Biggest thing to keep a marriage
Yeah,
going these days? What would you say,
yeah.
in your opinion? What works? What doesn't work for you? What's the key to a healthy marriage?
Honestly, I think recently and like every day, I think communication. I think you guys have to communicate. Both people have to be happy. People, uh, both people have interests together and also interests within themselves. Needs to be 50-50 of sharing your life and also having your own life at the same time. You can't feed off each other 24/7, and you can't be alone 24/7. It needs to be equal. And you
Yeah.
gotta just work on it. Communicate, talk, tell them what you want. And people say sex is important. Sex is a big thing in a marriage. If you're not having sex, then there's a problem. That's what I say.
For sure.
God
For
bless you,
sure.
Richie.
But communication is key, right? That's the main thing, right? Got to
Yeah,
communicate.
communication. I think if you're not being heard and you're not being seen, then you lose yourself in a marriage. It's very easy to lose yourself and try to take on somebody else's persona, and you don't want to do that. You
Yeah.
want to still be yourself and still be there for somebody else at the same time. I think
Yeah.
that's my own opinion, but I'm no expert. This is my first marriage. I'll talk to you on my third.
Hey, kids in the future, why not? Are you all set on that? Can things change going forward?
I thought about it like a couple of times, like for a quick second, and then I woke up like I can't. I like my freedom. I like going where I want to go, when I want to go, whatever I want to do. They're very expensive, and just I think I make a great mom. I do. I really do think I make a great mom. I just don't see myself. I'm too selfish, Kenford. Honestly, if you want me to be honest, I love Lauren, and
Yeah.
that's really where I'm going with that. I'm an only child, and I love Lauren. She's very important to
Yeah. There
me.
you
So
go. There you go. There you go.
I can't. I can't.
Hey, I wish you guys the best. I really do. Hope everything works out for you guys. You guys seem very happy. And shout out to Richie. I know he
Thanks,
came on
Kenford.
here.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, look, I mean, this is the only marriage. I told myself too, if I ever were to get married, I would get married once and that's it. I can't do 3, 4, 5 times. It's just not for me.
You know what? I agree, Kenford. I don't think I'd get married again. All jokes
Okay.
aside, I really don't see myself getting married again. I
Right.
I love my husband. I'm going down with that ship. If anything was to happen to him, all jokes aside,
Yeah.
I'd be. You ever see that meme of the lady jumping into the grave? That would be
Yeah.
me.
That
I'd be
would
like,
be you.
woo! Or I'm going to become a hoarder, and
Yeah.
they're going to come into my house. I'm going to have like a couch cushion in the corner. I'm going to be like, this is where I sleep.
Yeah.
These are my 13 cats. That would be me if something happened. I don't think I ever want to get married again though. That it's a big thing. It's a big commitment, and it's also I think like people overrate it a little bit. It's just
Yeah.
you could still be with somebody and not be married. And I've been
Yeah.
waiting for you to get married forever, Kenford.
If I ever
Like,
get married, Lauren, you'll be definitely invited to my wedding for sure.
oh my
100%.
God, please. I've been waiting for you to
100%.
get married since
Yeah.
2009, Kenford. Please. We've been trying to hook you up with people forever.
Oh man. Oh man. Hey, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about your dad. We'll talk about cooking. We'll talk about your dog, Jameson, and some
Oh,
rapid
my
fire
baby.
questions. Yeah. So don't go around. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. She's Lauren. I'm Kenford. We'll be right back.